Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hayward Crawford. I'm the host of the Career Professional Pulse, your vital sign for career and business from everyday go-getters like you. This will be a new quarterly seasonal interview where I'm going to profile different highly productive top people in their respective fields that I had the pleasure of knowing in my network, either in Michigan or outside. And I will be hoping to release these at least every season, and a fall, summer, winter, spring, and then eventually maybe at some point monthly. And I'm just going to be able to do this just to share so many talented people I've met as I've worked in different industries throughout my young career. And I'm going to be able to share their passion, their story, and their drive with not only people in my own network, but eventually as we grow. Like I said, I'll be releasing this every few months, starting seasonal, maybe a summer, then a fall, then a winter release. Because doing this interviewing potential podcast, this isn't my full-time job. My full-time job is in financial services, which keeps me very busy 6.5 to 7 days out the week almost. But I feel like this is a great opportunity early on for not only myself, but to really help other people get a little bit of guidance. Because there's a lot of things out there that say, I feel like that myth of you have to work at a job for 5 to 10 years. If you don't, you look crazy. You have to be in this industry 30 years for your life. The whole 40-40-40 plan is really going out the door. And it's really more of the, more of the old thinking that's really fading away. There's what they call career divergency, where people have, hopped, and they've done studies on this, may hop to, a couple of different fields. Sometimes out of trying to find yourself, but at the same time, there's a lot of transferable skills that you may learn from one industry that could transfer to the next. Or it just may be a matter of needing to switch up and really finding a way to market yourself and let people know the type of skills that can transfer to a different area. And then a lot of times with us being in our 20s, a lot of millennials, a lot of times it's just a matter of us, trying to find our way and then getting that frustration, thinking you spent so much time, sunken costs in this field, maybe this field works a little better. So it's really about finding that tweaking and course correcting along the way. So I hope, with this Career Professional Pulse podcast, you're not just talking to people who are in business. Maybe it's technology, maybe it's health and wellness, maybe it's in the film media industry, arts. And, once again, I just really want to, emphasize that's what part of the podcast, potential podcast, and this quarterly seasonal interviews are going to be about. Where you can listen to other top people and up-and-coming top people on their path, their celebration, their challenges, and everything in between. So this is what I'm really hoping to accomplish. Maybe you're someone who already has their, six-figure corporate America job. You're comfortable right where you're supposed to be. Hey, maybe you may be able to take some things away from this that, hey, you might be able to apply here and there, or maybe share with someone else. Maybe you're someone in your 20s that's still struggling. Maybe you're in and out of college. Maybe you're in a job you're not really sure if that's the right fit for you. Maybe that's not, maybe you're looking at different options. Hey, maybe you're sort of in between. Maybe you just jumped into a different industry and you're looking to see, hey, how could this career that I was working on before, how could those skills transfer here? And then you may feel like the odd man out, like, hey, why am I going through all these changes? But hey, maybe you're just trying to find your path and everything happens for a reason, I believe. So maybe you're that type of person. But either way, wherever you stand at, maybe this is just to entertain you. Maybe just want to hear from someone like myself and see what, this potential content can offer you. So that's cool too. Whatever walk of path you're at, I'm just glad to have you listening and just to, get another perspective. And this is once again the Career Professional Pulse. Welcome everybody to the very first episode of the Career Professional Pulse, your vital sign for career and business from everyday go-getters like you. My name is Hayward Crawford, and this is a new experimental interview series of mentors close to me, as well as very interesting career professionals in different industries. And basically, I'm not sure if this is going to become a podcast down the road, as I begin building up more content and just expanding upon this topic. But, I really started this for the most part just to kind of not only improve my communication and public speaking skills, but to really provide a platform for just a lot of amazing interesting people I've been able to meet the past few years, notably in the commercial corporate video industry, the film industry, the financial services industry, as well as the small business and entrepreneur field as well. And also, as well as, people, interesting people I meet in corporate America and other different fields and specific expertise. Experts, so to speak. So yeah, this is my first time doing anything like this. And once again, I'm not sure if this is going to be something I'm going to end up putting on SoundCloud, posting a link on social media, eventually linking this to iTunes podcast. But, it's all about figuring this out, on the way. And just taking the time to organically figure out what this could be. And just a little bit about myself. Once again, my name is Hayward Crawford, from Michigan, born and raised. I originally went to school, college for media art and studies, which is a commercial and corporate video. So while I was at college, I actually started working in sales to help pay my way through school. So I'm working, I'm doing my media arts major, doing my camera work for anything from different music videos to online content. And I'm doing this, while I'm also, selling knives in school. They hire a lot of college students, direct sales. So that's on one end what I was doing just to pay my way through school. And then I'm once again doing my commercial corporate video work while I'm, in school, as my major, so to speak. So I graduate school with a degree in media art and studies. And then I, enter, in order to, supplement that income, I entered the insurance business. I became licensed in the state of Michigan, so I became an agent in financial services while I started freelancing in, commercial corporate video gigs and, as a camera technician and lighting technician with different jobs. So it's been a wild ride. Starting last year, I made the transition to do financial services full time. And that's what I'm pursuing full time. That's my corporate America day job. But long term, I really plan to improve my public speaking skills, communication, help me move up the corporate ladder, but also, expand into other ventures as well. So that's where I came from, sort of all over the place. But hey, when you're in your late 20s, still trying to figure these things out, that's a lot. That's a lot that happens, So, so to speak, I could go on a dig deeper level as far as, growing up and, with as a black family, the black flight of the 90s, living in the suburbs, kind of being the whitest of all the black kids, kind of bouncing around between cliques throughout middle and high school, never really feeling like I fit anywhere. So pretty much I would always have to keep, I always kind of felt like I was never accepted by one group. So I'd always have to keep adapting and molding and not really trying to like become something I'm not, but really finding my footing. I had to keep getting out my comfort zone, keep getting in front of people and just finding what I really loved and finding, what I was good at, what I wasn't good at, finding what people I could resonate with, what other people I couldn't resonate with, so it's not only just really a career professional journey, but it's been a career personal journey as well. So I hope with this podcast, this isn't something to where, it's not even a podcast yet. These are just recordings I record on my voice memo phone through FaceTime audio and whatnot. So, this is just, you're at the raw ground floor of, what this could be. I mean, potentially a podcast. As I keep building content, I'm probably going to upload it on YouTube to, keep my content on there fresh. But all I could say is that this isn't some niche podcast where I know specifically the exact target laser focused market I'm going to focus on. At the end of the day, this is something that I myself can look back on maybe 100 episodes from now and say, wow, I had a long way to go. If I could look back and say, wow, where I'm at now compared to then, how much I improved versus where I was yesterday or a year ago. If I could look back and say, wow, then that's a good thing. And on top of that, I want to use this as once again a platform for very interesting, high energy top level career professionals in a wide variety of industries where I can interview them. Now, some people, they may be a little more well known about around Detroit and Michigan. You may have heard about them. They may have a following. Some other people may just be people I've known for 5 or 10 years, and they're just very consistent, great people at what they do. And I'm just going to bring them on and talk about what they do and, how they contribute to the world. So once again, you're either going to tune in or you're going to tune out. So this is once again the beginning of the Career Professional Pulse, where I just want to interview people who I admire and I feel are going places, and they're pretty much, once again, they're the vital sign. They're everyday go-getters like you, and they're a career professional. I feel I want to keep the pulse and keep people updated on, and keep them circulating around everybody's radars. Okay, Hayward Career Professional Pulse out. See you next episode.